Welcome, this is Dr. Gloria Gilbere, and today we're going to be discussing the definition of internal toxicity, because attention has been focused on the small intestine and the connection to what we call multiple allergic response syndromes, or MARS, and that encompasses fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, especially as it relates to a condition that we call leaky gut syndrome or intestinal permeability or toxemia. And that's when the walls of the small intestine are damaged, they're weakened, and they allow toxic matter and food particles to permeate and enter the bloodstream. What is not often discussed is the inflammation and the damage that it does to the delicate intestinal lining, which results then in the leaking of that toxic matter from the walls of the large intestine. The large intestine, or colon, is intimately connected through an elaborate system of veins and venules that go right into the liver, through a portal venous system, and the lymphatic system through another process. These conditions are the processes by which the body literally poisons itself because it maintains a cesspool of decaying toxic matter in the large intestine. The toxins then released by this decay process circulate into the bloodstream and travel to all parts of the body. Every cell is then affected, and because the toxins weaken the entire system, autointoxication and many forms of, quote, incurable diseases get their start in the colon. Still another source of intestinal poisons is the putrefaction of the portion of the protein from the food that fails to undergo absorption caused by an enzyme deficiency. So intestinal poisoning not only manifests immediate visible effects in disorders such as fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, lupus, peripheral neuritis, neuropathy, and arthritis, psoriasis, and migraines, just to mention a few to you, but eventually those chemicals produced by that putrefaction are so poisonous that they irritate the delicate lining of the large intestine and destroy that protective barrier that keeps out the invading toxins. So, damage from the chemical toxins that are released is so destructive that the colon walls become leaky and allow that penetration through the damaged barrier into the lymphatic system and the circulatory systems, specifically the hepatic portal vein. That's that big vein that connects the large intestine to the liver. So before you succumb to symptom care that becomes drug management, allow me to coach you through an individualized protocol. I'm a doctor who became a victim after a life-threatening accident, and the drugs that saved my life almost took it. I know what it's like to be poisoned. My first book, I Was Poisoned by My Body, is a bestseller 11 years later. Why? Because people know that when I'm talking to them, when I'm consulting, or when I've written in that book, consequently, I've been there and done that, and I know what works and what doesn't. Thank you. Thank you for listening.